Two women robbed at gunpoint in the Galleria.
Two armed men appear to be robbing a third man in the parking lot.
Frightening video released by Houston police. It shows a man being attacked by robbers in his own garage.
Police say the man was followed home from a jewelry store. The stories may sound the same, but each one is different. Robberies happening across the Houston area, in parking lots, on the sidewalk, and even in people's own homes.
These attacks happen in an instant, and they can slowly chip away at our safety, leaving us feeling quite vulnerable. But just who is most likely to be a target?
Tonight, KPRC2 investigator Robert Arnold has brand new, eye-opening information.
Yes, these easy steps that you can take starting tonight to reduce your chances of becoming the next victim.
Robberies are violent, swift, and life-altering.
A guy jumped out, made eye contact with me, and then put on his ski mask.
Surveillance video shows Sarah being attacked in her Heights area home.
He pinned me on the floor inside of my house in the foyer, and luckily my husband was home and he heard all the commotion.
Sarah believes she was followed from a bank. Fortunately, her husband chased the crook off before he got anything.
I guess they were just looking for an easy target, and I'm a young female and it's daytime.
What makes someone a target? Gender, time of day, area of town? KPRC2 Investigates analyzed close to 25,000 robberies reported in Houston, Harris, Fort Bend, and Montgomery counties.
We're getting a lot of individual robberies, and our businesses have been going back up now that COVID is kind of at bay a little bit.
Let's start with Houston. We looked at more than 17,000 robberies over the last 2 years. Two zip codes showed consistently higher numbers. 77036, which is Sharpstown, showed 1,150 robberies in 2 years, and 77081, the neighboring Gulfton area, showed 540. Commander Tinsley Gwynn Shaver says robberies are typically higher in areas where a dense population mixes with retail and restaurants.
A lot of people have been targeted around shopping centers and restaurants because of watches and jewelry.
The way they came in, they know what they're doing.
Tasir Badar believes he was targeted leaving a restaurant. Watch as he is pummeled by 3 armed men when he pulls into the garage of his Memorial area home.
Literally, I didn't know if at that moment would I'd be sitting with you here today.
Badar was so shaken, he's since joined the board of Houston Crime Stoppers.
It's changed my life. How my family views things has changed.
In Harris County, we looked at 5,500 reported robberies. North of the tollway off I-45 and 77090, there were 530 robberies in 2 years, followed by 77015 off I-10 near Channelview and Cloverleaf with 397. In the suburbs, the numbers are far lower. In Fort Bend, though, an area north of 90 on Highway 6 reported higher numbers, as did an area off I-45 covering a chunk of the Woodlands in Montgomery County. Here's a few other things we learned. 62% of robbery victims are men. People in their 20s were targeted more often than other ages, and the number of robberies are highest between 6 p.m. and midnight.
The first thing is trying to minimize being a victim.
Corporal Tony Macione teaches self-defense courses for Harris County Precinct 1. She says you can minimize risk by considering where you park. At night, park under a light, making it harder for crooks to hide.
Also, not parking next to pickup trucks. Pickup trucks are a way for criminals to hide in the back of the pickup truck.
Remember, a nice watch or piece of jewelry can catch a robber's eye, but the biggest thing is paying attention.
They're also looking for somebody that may be distracted or has a lot of things in their hand.
If there is one silver lining, it's robberies are trending down. In Houston, the number started going down after Officer Jeff Breeden saw the benefit of letting the public see all these surveillance videos of robberies.
We had these influx of videos that just hadn't been seen by the public.
Since creating a dedicated website, YouTube channel, and flooding social media daily with these videos, tips to the robbery division went up 200%.
My hopes is that they're watching them and thinking, okay, well, what can I do differently to keep this from happening to me?
On click2houston.com, we have maps showing where these robberies have been reported. We also have videos Corporal Macione helped us make showing some quick self-defense techniques if a robber does target you. Robert Arnold, KPRC2 Investigates.